Hi, I'm Haley and today I'm making quadruple chocolate chip chocolate cookies. Right, I've got my stand mixer, my lovely Whiskington, and I'm going to pour in half a cup of melted butter. Try not to over melt your butter, just melt it about halfway and then stir it around until the rest gets melted. And then I'm gonna beat in a third cup of granulated sugar. And I also have half a cup of light brown sugar. And that's packed light brown sugar. You always pack your light brown sugar. And then I'm gonna beat that all together. Make sure you scrape down the bottom and the sides of your bowl to fully mix it all in. And this is not just for this part of the recipe. Like, you can scrape down your bowl at any time that you feel like it, just to make sure that it all fully gets combined. And once that's done mixing, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And 1 egg. And now I'm gonna beat that all in. And then over here in a separate bowl, I'm gonna combine a 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of baking soda. And I'm just gonna give that a good stir. And now I'm going to mix my cocoa powder into my stand mixer. And now I'm going to gradually mix in 1½ cups of flour. Oh, okay, that's enough. All right, I just finished mixing in all of my flour and now the cookie dough is done, and now it's time to bring in the chocolate. I have 3 types of chocolate. I have half a cup of milk chocolate, half a cup of semi-sweet chocolate, and half a cup of dark chocolate. But if you don't have all 3 different kinds, you can just use all of one kind and it'll still be a delicious chocolate chip cookie. But if you use all milk chocolate, the overall taste is gonna be a lot sweeter, and if you use all dark, it's gonna be a lot more bitter. But I'm using half a cup of each, and now I'm gonna mix that in. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Okay, now I've finished mixing in all of the chocolate chips, and I'm gonna scoop out the cookies onto my baking sheet. Okay, I have my baking sheet and I have a silicone mat on it, or you can use parchment paper just to make sure the cookies don't stick to the pan. And then I have my little cookie scoop, and I'm gonna use this to scoop out the cookies. Now, I'm gonna cover my cookies with plastic wrap, and I'm gonna stick them in the fridge to chill for at least an hour or up to overnight. Okay, I just pulled my cookies out of the fridge. They've been in there chilling for about an hour and a half. And I'm gonna take about half of my cookies off so that I can spread them out more. And now it's time to bake them. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm gonna bake these for about 10 minutes until the edges are slightly crispy and the middles are still gooey. All right, I took my cookies out of the oven after about 11 minutes, and it's really hard to tell when they're done because they're already so dark brown because they're chocolatey, but you'll just know, okay? You'll know. You know, I mean, They're not too hard, but you want to be careful with these cookies because it's going to be a lot easier to burn these cookies than a normal batch of chocolate chip cookies because of how dark their color is originally. But don't worry about it too much. Just, I wouldn't say any longer than 12 minutes because you don't want to make them too crispy. All right, I'm gonna get into one of these. Let's see what it looks like. This just, wow. It looks like the ultimate chocolate chip cookie. I mean, it's a cookie monster. It's a chocolate monster, really. I love these cookies. I mean, I mean it. I absolutely love them. I mean, it tastes like a brownie cookie, really. It tastes like a brownie cookie, and then you've got like all those different kinds of chocolate chips, and they're all throughout the thing. There's so many chocolate chips. It's just so good. I was actually kind of worried before I made this because I put dark chocolate chips in, and I tried one of the dark chocolate chips, and they were so bitter because it was 60%. I mean, I've had more bitter chocolate than 60%, but it's not the same as milk chocolate. It's a lot more bitter compared to that. And I was afraid they were gonna be like, ew, why do these taste so bitter and so much like dark chocolate? But the combination of all three is perfect, and it's just melt in your mouth goodness, and they all blend together so perfectly. I can't even tell. Well, thank you so much for baking with me today. Let me know if you ever make quadruple chocolate chip cookies, and I'll see you next time on You're Stirring It Wrong. Oh, ow, oh my gosh.